let's talk about the front door to your medical practice. And no, I don't mean the one people walk through, I mean the phone. It's how new patients find you, right? And how your current patients get in touch. But what if that front door is, well, accidentally locked sometimes? Or even worse, what if it's a frustrating maze? Let's explore how your phone system might be quietly costing you.
So you really have to ask yourself, is your phone system helping or is it actually hurting your practice? It sounds like a simple question, I know, but the answer, well, it can be pretty complex. You've got a system, sure. You probably think it's working just fine, but is it really helping you grow? Is it making patients happy? Or is it creating friction that's actually driving people away?
Because, let's be honest, that's the bottom line, isn't it? You might literally be leaving money on the table. Every little bit of friction, every single missed connection, that's not just a lost opportunity to help a patient. It's lost revenue. It's an inefficiency that hits your practice right where it hurts, your financial health.
So, let's talk about that safety net. We all have one for when the front desk is slammed or it's after hours. But what happens when that safety net has holes? We're about to see that the traditional tools we've been relying on for years, yeah, they're not nearly as reliable as we think.
And what is that main safety net? You probably guessed it. Voicemail. For thousands of practices, it's the default go-to solution. When no one can pick up, boom, the call goes to a machine. It feels like you've solved the problem, but honestly, it's often just the start of the problem. Let's see how this one little thing can build into a much bigger challenge for your practice.
Right. This is where the patient experience often just breaks down. We're talking about the voicemail and the phone maze and really why these old ways just don't work anymore. We're going to look at why these familiar systems are not just inefficient, but actively frustrating for the very people you're trying to serve. I mean, just think about it from the patient's perspective for a second. They need an appointment, or maybe they just have a quick question. They call, and they get a machine. What do you think they do? So many of them will just hang up and call the next practice on their list. They just don't have time to leave a message and hope for a callback.
And that highlights the second point of failure. I mean, even if a patient does leave a message, their patience is thin. In our instant response world, waiting hours for a callback feels like an eternity. They'll often just find another option before you even get a chance to reply.
And this brings us to the dreaded phone tree. You know the one. Press 1 for appointments, press 2 for billing. It is a maze, and it's designed for the practice, not for the patient. When someone just wants to know your office hours, forcing them through a complex menu is a guaranteed way to create a negative impression. So, the crucial point is captured right here. Patients want to feel heard. They want a simple, human-like interaction. They want a conversation. But what they're often getting is this cold, confusing maze. So, what if there was a way to provide that conversational feel 24/7? This is where we pivot from the problem to the solution. It's about reimagining that front door, transforming it from a potential barrier into an intelligent, welcoming, and incredibly efficient entry point for every single patient. This really illustrates the shift. MedAI represents a fundamentally new approach. We're not talking about patching the old system, we're talking about replacing it with something built for the modern patient and the modern practice.
So how does it work? Well, the process is simple yet so powerful. First, it answers every single call, 24/7. That means you never miss a patient again. No more voicemail. Second, it can instantly handle common requests, like booking appointments or providing office hours, which frees up your staff. And third, for more complex needs, it intelligently captures all the key details, ensuring your team has everything they need for an efficient follow-up. No opportunity is ever lost.
Okay, so we have this new system, but what does that actually mean for the practice? This is where we see the impact on the two things that matter most, how patients feel about you and your bottom line. Let's just break it down, side by side. The old way, calls go to voicemail, which leads to patient frustration, and you lose appointments. Money gets left on the table. Now, the MedAI way. You have an immediate 24/7 connection. Patients get a conversational experience. Routine requests are handled instantly, and potential revenue is captured.
And that's really the ultimate takeaway here. This isn't just a small tweak. The shift from a frustrating, inefficient system to a smooth, responsive one creates a significant positive change in both how patients see your practice and in your ability to grow financially. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. When a patient calls you, are they met with an open door that invites them in and makes their life easier? Or do they run into a wall of voicemails, phone trees, and frustration? The answer could be the key to unlocking your practice's true potential.